Hello, hi there. We're going to be talking about self-confidence. We'll be hearing this word being thrown around all the time. Self-confidence, believe in yourself, self-confidence. Now, what is self-confidence? Well, the word self-confidence, let's dissect intricacies behind the word self-confidence. Not only confidence, self-confidence. When we talk about self, right, we're talking about an individual, not only the external aspects, right? We're talking about the internal aspect, the inner man. What is the inner man? The inner man is the soul, is the spirit we're talking about. And when we talk about the soul, the spirit, right, we're not talking about anything external. We're talking about internal aspects. But most of us conflate difference between self-confidence and arrogance. And some of us, we choose to be overconfident to the point where we lose perspective. So let's break it down. Let's come into the main key aspects of self-confidence. What is self-confidence? Self-confidence is the inner belief in yourself to carry out duties, responsibilities, right? Your judgments, your efficacy, your self-efficacy, that you are making the right decision. And this has to come about over a extended period of time. Yes, it comes about over an extended period of time. Developing self-confidence doesn't happen overnight. It takes time for you to develop that character trait, that self-belief, that inner belief for you to have that. And you could lose that easily if you don't have deep introspection to look within yourself, who you are as a person, as an individual. Mind you, I started with self. So how do you lose that easily? By comparing yourself with other people. And it's easy for us to caught up in that trap because most of us make that mistake. We think when we talk about life, about achievement, you have to compare with other people for you to have a clear judgment. That's why one will miss the trap. Most of us will lose that. We miss that intricate part of it, right? We tend to believe that only if I can do a little bit more, if I achieve a little bit more, then I'm being better. But let me give you the trap right there. The trap is, right, when you compare yourself with other people, you're losing perspective. Because let's put it this way, maybe you have a capability to perform at a speed of 100%, right? Let's put it into perspective. You have the capability to perform at 100%. Now, you see someone performing 50 or 60%, and you are able to surpass that person by 10 or 20%. You are able to come up with 70%. Just an example, hypothetically speaking, right? So now you've come about achieving that 20% extra, by you achieving 70% in total. You think, oh, you're doing amazing in life. No, you're not. Because your capacity is 100%. So you're operating at a lower vibration, at a lower level. And that's the trap, comparing yourself with other people. You should measure your success within yourself, your capability, your strength, by knowing yourself. Because it's all about you as an individual. Your success will be determined by you as a person. It's not a determinant factor by you comparing that, oh, if I'm doing a little bit better than the other person, oh, I'm successful, I'm doing well, I'm doing fine. No, you're not. Because your capacity, your capability, your substance is showing that you can perform up to a maximum of 100%. And that's the trap. Most of us are caught in that. We like to compare ourselves. Oh, look at my friend, he's driving this car, I need similar car. Oh, look at my friend, he's wearing his clothes, he's wearing his jewelry. Listen, you're at your own pace. You're not in a competition with anyone. Your biggest competition is within you, yourself. Yes, look how far you've come and look at your goal, your achievements, what you are aiming for in life. That's how you measure your success. You don't know if that person is still to buy an expensive car. You don't know what they did. You don't know, right? So once you start comparing yourself with those people, you lose perspective because you don't know how they get their money. Maybe they committed ritual, even sacrifice. You don't know. I'm just making, hypothetically speaking, like giving an analogy or metaphorically speaking, right? And giving a perspective. It could be anything. So once you compare yourself with other people, you lose perspective. And that's how sometimes you lose faith, you lose self-confidence in yourself. So self-efficacy is the key thing. Your self-worth, your clear judgment, right? Having the clear judgment that you can pursue challenges, right? You can pursue goals. You can face difficult situations and believe that you're going to come on top of them. That's self-confidence right there. So once you overcome one difficult situation, guess what? It gives you a substratum or the bottom foundation for you to develop yourself into another level. And that's the key thing about self-confidence. So what are the key aspects we're talking about when you talk about self-confidence? Well, the key aspects you have to think about are, number one, believe in your own abilities. That's the number one key thing you have to have in your mind. Believe in your own abilities. That's the number one key thing. You have to have this self-belief that, you know what, I can accomplish whatever I set my eyes in this life. Once you have that in your mind, no one will tell you otherwise. Because if you go to any goal, they will tell you, do this, do that, do this, do that. At the end of the day, you get confused. You don't know what to do. So once you start believing everyone, you don't believe in yourself, you lose perspective. So that's why you have to have the self-confidence to believe in your own abilities. That's the number one key thing. So what is the second one? The second one is self-acceptance. You accept yourself for who you are. The world shouldn't define who you are. Oh, you're ugly. Oh, you look dark. Oh, you look too bright, or you look too scruffy, or you look this way, your nose is bent, your smile is not appealing. You make the society define who you are as a person. You have to accept yourself who you are. Know that the word beauty itself is subjective. It's not objective, right? If you go to different nations, different societies, or different cultures, they have their own definition of beauty. Yes, there was a time a woman with big breasts during the 90s, right? A woman with big breasts is not appealing. Yes, a woman with big breasts is frowned upon. It's like this woman has literally given birth to so many babies, so now she has so much big breasts to the point where she's not appealing to men, right? In our country, we call them bobby basher. Let me put it that way. So it's frowned upon. But now, 2024, 2025, going 2026, a woman with big breast implant is one of the biggest multi-billion-dollar industry. That goes to show you that it's all about perspective. It's all subjective, right? So people are going extra mile to have big breasts, right? To have big boobs or big bones. For what? Because it's a societal standard these days in this 21st century. That goes to show you it's all perspective. So you have to believe in yourself. Know that you are enough as you are. If you need to put in some work, so be it, to elevate your looks. But don't think someone should shame you because of that, and you believe in that you are not enough. At some point, you lose confidence over yourself, right? Don't do that to yourself. That's the worst thing you don't want to do to yourself. You have to believe in yourself that you're enough. Those who want you for who you are, they will naturally gravitate towards you. Yes, inherently, they will come towards you. If they don't come towards you, so be it. They are not your people. They are not for you. But you don't have to go to the extra mile thinking that you are less than in order for you to be loved or to be accepted. That's the worst mistake you don't want to do. Let's go to the second one on my list, apart from believing in your own abilities. Which one is the second one on my list? The second one on my list is, the third one rather. The first one is believing in your own abilities. The second one is self-acceptance. And the third one is the judgment, your own true judgment, right? That's the third one. Believe in your own true judgment. Believe that what you believe, what you know, is the reality of the situation. Because if you are doubting yourself that you don't believe in what you believe, you can never accomplish big things in life. Because people even talk you out of your own goals, your own beliefs, your own narratives, right? Even if you try to do something, they'll say, oh, why do you want to do this? Maybe, for example, you want to become a musician, right? You want to become a footballer, and they will tell you, oh, do you think you have the skills? Do you think you know how long it takes for you to become a professional footballer? They start casting doubts on you. So those doubts, they creeping in your mind. At some point, you start believing them. But they don't know you more than you do. Because the thing is, each and every individual has a gift. And that gift is only you can cultivate that. Some people can't see that in you. But sometimes, there's this little voice in your head telling you that you have this gift. All you need to do is to cultivate it, put in the time and effort, right? And be consistent over a period of time to make sure you cultivate that seed within you. Make that grow into monumental success. That's what we want to do. So yes, that's very, very important. Having your own true self-judgment. And when you're making those judgments, you have to have a clear perspective. You don't have to have a distorted view, right? You have to think clearly, do your research, do your homework before coming to a conclusion. You don't have to make hasty judgments, right? On the surface level, thinking, oh, this is the right decision. No, you have to make your homework. Make sure you think properly. Don't attach any emotion into your judgment. That's how you come about with clarity. And once you have that clarity of mind, then success is yours for the taking. I guarantee you. So yes, let's go forward. Which one is the fourth one on my list? Resilience. Why do you need resilience? Resilience teaches you to have that stick-to-itiveness, right? Once you face difficult circumstances in life, most people, once they face difficulties in life, while they are pursuing their goals, they will give up easily. Yes. But if you ask all the successful people, they will tell you before they became successful, right? They had so many failures in life. Yes, they had so many failures in life. So many failures they had in life. And these failures shape them to become who they are in life. So if you don't have that belief system, you don't believe that you're capable, you have the substance, you have the capability for you to become successful, forget it. And most people give up at the blink of success. Yes, just at the edge to become successful, they give up. And once you give up, that's it, game over. Game over for you. But if you have that resilience, right, to surmount insurmountable difficulties, to have that stick-to-itiveness, to have the enthusiasm, right, the alacrity, the judicious belief, right, to have the perspicaciousness, that's how you become successful in life. But a lot of people are losing that perspective. So which one is the fifth one I'm going to give you on my list? The fifth one is have the action-oriented capability. Why do you need to have action-oriented capabilities? Because a lot of people, we are caught up in analysis paralysis. Yes, analysis paralysis. What do I mean by that? Analysis paralysis, a lot of people are thinking, you know what, let me wait next month. Next month comes, let me wait 2 months later. After 2 months, let me wait 1 year later. After 1 year, 2 years. Oh, I don't got the best hits. I don't I haven't got the best gear. They start making excuses and they never take any action. But guess what? A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And sometimes some people even says it's not even a single step. It's too big. It's a baby step. A baby step. You start with a baby step. Once you start with the baby step, you go to the adult step. From the adult step, you double your 2 steps, right? 3, 4, and the list goes on and on. And then at some point, you gain momentum. And once you gain momentum, you beat that goal of yours into submission at some point with resilience, right? With the tenacity, yes, with the perseverance. You have the perseverance to go through that, right? You have the grit, G-R-I-T, yes, the grit to stick to it as long as it takes for you to make sure that goal of yours become successful. So now, let me talk about a very crucial, important subject that most of us are missing out within the self-confidence issue, because most people be caught up between the difference of self-confidence and arrogance, right? Self-confidence and arrogance. But in my next video, I'll talk about the difference between self-confidence and arrogance, because a lot of people, once you become self-confident or self-aware, you have a self-efficacy within yourself, they will dismiss you as becoming the person who is arrogant now. Yes, they start labeling, giving it tag names. Oh, he's too arrogant. Oh, he thinks he's too full of himself. Yeah, he thinks he's better than other people. This is all a way for them to bring you down. Do you know how difficult it is to develop self-confidence? Most people have become millionaires, but they don't have self-confidence. They can't even approach a woman or a stranger in the street. Yes, they can't. They don't have the self-confidence to do that. They don't even know how to do it. I've seen it a couple of times. Maybe you think, oh, they are successful financially, but they don't have the skill, the interpersonal skill to approach people in the street. They are so terrified. They don't know how to do it. Why? Because they don't have the self-confidence to do that. Yes, as for me, I can approach anyone. If you're a king, you're a queen. If I want to talk to you, I will. Easily. In fact, if I'm ignored, it doesn't bother me. That goes to show the kind of character we are. If you react in a negative way, it's all on you. It's not on me. It's all on you. That goes to show the kind of character you are. It's not me. I'm not going to define that, oh, if you behave badly because I approach you in a very civil, civilized, as a gentlemanly way, and then you show some emotion, right? It's on me. No, it's not on me. Yes, because I've trained myself to handle myself with self-restraint, to have grip over myself in most circumstances. Yes. So I'll stop here for now. In my next video, I'm going to talk about the difference between self-confidence and arrogance. I'll speak to you soon.